Guys. Hey Bubo, you're the first one and the only one here. How you doing, man? I don't think people are used to me streaming today, so nobody was expecting this. But how you doing, man? So 47 Borgian wasn't able to finish me? What? Hey Nash, hey Poofy. So apparently somebody defended, my teammate defended me, and I killed a 47 Borgian. So yeah, what's up, Duchess? Hey Generic Mutt, how you doing? So let's watch this replay and see if it was for real or they were just playing around. Should be able to get that first Blue Mage Tower with Umbral Strike, but let's see Borgian. It was not boosted. So Borgian 47 went down. Okay. Borgian 47 got smacked. And of course, Kineris. Okay. Two shot. Bye bye. So, okay. 47 Borgian got smacked. How you guys doing? How's your Tuesday going? I need to do some missions. I need to do some multipliers, and then get ready for war. So let me see where we're at. Thought it was Wednesday. No, if it was Wednesday, we would be building stuff now. But what level towers are now? 41. My dark flag is 41. My ice turret is 41. My mage towers and a storm tower there are 39, and I'll bring them to 41 this fortification event. So I got 41, 41, 39, 39, 39. So what I'm gonna try to do this event is have these three towers go up to 41. That should bring me to 160. And then after I get 160, I might upgrade my perch 2 times just so I can hit 162. And that's where I can unlock a couple more levels on my dragons and not really lose on my base strength. Oh, I didn't change the banner. Sorry about that. There is no $20 giveaway today. Sorry about that. I've got 8,000 sigils burning a hole in my pocket. I'm sorry about that, man. Okay, I got one. Alright, let's do some multipliers. Hey, Nerdzilla. How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream. I remember your name from last stream. You said not to get Necrix. Stopped on Chimeric. Yeah, I mean, I explained when to get Necrix, when not to get Necrix. So I didn't say in general don't get Necrix. Um, but the new Hunter that was released, I'm not impressed. So I don't know what I'll actually do with my tokens. So I have about 15,000 tokens now. Um, I don't know. I'm doing all right. How about you? I'm doing great. Thank you, man. Got off the work early today, so I was able to stream. Why not on Necrix? So I explained a couple of times why at certain points Necrix is not good, and at certain points Necrix is great. So if you are a low level and you're nowhere near getting Hosset, Hosset being a Sapphire Dragon Hunter, if you're nowhere near getting him, then Necrix will be a great dragon for you. On the other hand, if you're a really high level and you're like in Emerald and Obsidian tier, then it's also good for you to get Necrix. But you're in that middle class where I'm at right now, where I do have Sapphire Dragons and I do have Hosset. Hosset will be better than Necrix all the way up until Emerald. So even though Hosset is a Sapphire Dragon, it will always be more dynamic and better than Necrix until Necrix becomes Emerald. So if you are above Garnet tier, so if you are at Emerald tier, then Necrix will become better than Hosset for you. My level, he said I don't need it. I specifically said what I just said, generic. So I just went through the whole theory that I have on Necrix. So I don't know. Do you have the emeralds unlocked and obsidians, generic Mike? Because if you do, then yeah. Okay, so you're almost a garnet. So that means that you're still not in finished with sapphire, and you're level 233. Your level has nothing to do with that. It's where your dragons are at, what tier you're at. You know, I'm 154 and I already have garnet. So level of your base is irrelevant in this particular issue. So I feel like Necrix, by the time you get to Emerald and by the time you get to Obsidian, there will be more tiers out and there will be more um, better dragons than Necrix out. So, um, thoughts on Mystic Moonfang? Um, Rec, I actually didn't even look at it, to be honest with you. I kind of glanced over it. It's a warrior, so he's not high on my list no matter what spells he has. Um, and that's me just probably being biased towards them. But I'm not going to get it anyways. Do I think that people should spend all the money in order to get him? No, because it's a warrior. But he will be one of the stronger dragons just because of the fact that he will be a mythic obsidian. So that's my thoughts on Mystic Moonfang. Also, is Chimerica a dragon I should get? I just got Spindra. So Chimeric is another warrior that has a decent spell setup. But again, in my opinion, um, warriors are useless. So I will never advocate anybody to get a warrior. Yeah, Matrims. At your level, he'll be great, and he'll always be great for you. Um, so you're at a early stage of a game, so he will be much more useful to you. The only time I tell people not to get Necrix is if they are in the position where I'm at right now, where they have Hosset. They're not close to being in Emerald tier because Hosset will always be better. Will be better than Necrix until Necrix becomes Emerald, and I'm nowhere near getting to Emerald. So basically, I would be wasting my time getting Necrix because by the time I get to Emerald, there will probably be a hunter that's better than Necrix. So that's just my thoughts behind it. Again, that's just my opinion. Isn't there a new two dragons coming out? Yes, there are two new dragons, and their spells have been released. One is Hunter, and that's a third dragon. And then the last one is the Warrior that you can obtain if you get all of the dragons available. So if you get Spindra, Chimeric, and the Gargula, which is the new Hunter, you will be able to get Moonfang. Now, my thoughts on the Hunter that's coming out is personally, I don't like any Hunter that does not have a cloak or a spell that can prevent him from getting shot, getting hit. So I'm not a big fan of the spell set that Gargula has. So you have changed my whole viewpoint after 2 years. Well, hopefully it helps you, man. That's what I'm kind of here to do. Just give some information, give my opinions, and if people side with me, then that's fine. If not, that's not. I've seen a lot of people saying that. Now, again, it's going to be a great dragon just because it's a divine dragon. So, um, like I said, I still haven't decided. So, um, I might go to Spindra. I might go to um, Gargula. I actually have not decided, and that's the honest truth. I have not decided what I want to do. I have not decided what I want to do with my sigils as of now. Um, so I'm not even sure I'll be getting anything this fortification event unless I see something that changes my mind. So no, I'm level 160. Oh, you're 163. Your Necrix is 32. I get what you're saying now. Um, yeah, you're behind on your dragons, in my opinion. Um, if you're only in Sapphire, are you close to getting the? Are you close to getting Hosset? Because if you are close to getting Hosset, I don't think that your investment in Necrix is good because Hosset will be better than Necrix, especially at your level. What would it take to make a warrior good, in your opinion? That's a really hard question, Rec. Um, I just don't like warriors in general because um, they're just weak compared to hunters and sorcerers. They're not versatile. There is no way they can avoid damage unless they have spells that are sorcerer spells or hunter spell. Me saying that is what I mean is like Mystic Winds that Zamrock has, Earthquake that Chimeric has. It's a sorcerer spell. Um, so in order for a warrior to be even in the same conversation, in the same sentence with the word good, it has to have some of the hunter or sorcerer spells. Because otherwise they're just gonna get smacked by a good base where you can't avoid damage. The reason I don't like warriors is because they're not versatile at all. And after you reach level 70, all the warriors are good before level 70. Once you once you get past that, it's to me the potential that you have with warrior is nowhere near with a hunter. By me saying that is if you have a warrior, you always if you have a good warrior, like a seasoned divine warrior, you'll always be able to get to kill a base that's same level as you, a little bit higher, blah blah blah. But you won't be able to take a base that's 150 levels higher than you, as you can do with a hunter or a sorcerer. So that's in my opinion why I don't like warriors because I always try to maximize my potential, and you just can't do that with warriors. So for me to have a good opinion on warriors is if they have a lot of hunter and sorcerer spells, which PG is going towards in the last couple of seasons, obviously, with Zamrock having sorcerer spells, with Chimeric having some sorcerer spells, and that's making them more viable. But then again, it's nowhere near competitive, and able to maximize your skill as with hunter or sorcerer. Should I just level up and evolve Spindra? Also, what's your opinion on Spindra? I actually like Spindra. Initially I thought, I mean, right now I think that Spindra is might be the best dragon in this season for me. Now, obviously, Necrix is going to be better if you are in that level group that I talked about 10 minutes ago. Um, I really like Spindra, but because I have Fae and my Fae is really good, Spindra will not be better than my Fae. And that's why I'm hesitant on getting Spindra, because I will always know that my Fae is going to be stronger than Spindra. But I do like Spindra, and if you don't have Fae, it's a good dragon to have. How you doing, Ronnie RC? Welcome to the stream, man. Okay, I have the Necrix tree complete. I'll be starting a new tree next. Any advice at my level? Which one of the 4 trees left to go after? Perhaps even the rider. I will get the rider 100% just because I'm a collector. So I will try to get every rider that's in the game. If I were you, Matrums, I don't know what your roster needs. I think that Gargula will be a decent offensive dragon because of the Steel Essence, whatever the name is of that spell. So I actually don't know. I plan to get one dragon this season, and right now I'm between Spindra and Gargula. So I will be picking one of those dragons, and then I will be also getting a rider. But that's my thoughts on it right now. Alright, let's fly horse it a bit. Let's pick up on where we left off in chat. Sorry, I was flying. The scale of warrior DPS to base defense falls off hard as the tower level goes up. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why they get worse at higher levels. So bummed that I didn't get Fae when they replaced the runes. Yeah, everybody went for Sage. Yep, Bubo. Yep, I agree with you, Bubo. I'm 99, about to breed about half the plat tier next event. Am I behind? So Rec, I'm gonna put in the link in the chat right now. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. So here is the link. Why is this not working? Oh, I see. Okay, that's really stupid, but I'll have to change that. If you go to that link that I just posted, Rec, you will see at which level what dragons you should have. So that's kind of a self-check to make sure that your base is not higher than your dragons, not that your base is not higher than it should be. So I always go to that link to reference myself if I'm ahead or behind. Do you have Nightshade or Scar? So no, I unfortunately I do not have neither Nightshade or Scar. Scar is actually one of the warriors that I actually like. Obviously, it has a spell flux, which is a sorcerer spell, and that's what makes it good. But I do like Scar. Unfortunately, I started playing the season after the season when Scar and Nightshade were active, so I wasn't a part of the game when Nightshade and Scar were in the season. Thanks, I might go after the rider to completion first, as having an extra rider this early on might not be a bad tactic. As always, coach, it's a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for stopping by, Matt Trims, and hopefully you'll stop by again. So, still can work half-ass build, undefended level 200 bases with a level 35 Sage. Yep, I mean Sage is decent. Again, he has a Thunderstorm, which makes it a which is a sorcerer spell. Um, that's the only way that they're gonna be relevant at any level after level 70 or after level 100. So, and it's funny that you say that. When my fave was level 35, I could have taken a base 270, 280, 290. So you just see how much how much difference there is between a warrior potential where you're struggling to get a base that's around a little bit over 200 against a sorcerer that can take almost level 300. Guys, Gargula or Necrix? Ronnie, that depends on what dragons you have, what level you are, and how far you are from getting Hosset, or if you are past Hosset, if you are in Emerald or Obsidian tier. Alright, let's keep doing these. I caught up with the chat a bit. So yeah, we're gonna do Iteru a couple of times so we can expert it, so I don't have to run it again. Yep, true, Boobo. True, true. So Ronnie, what level are you? Um, what are you looking for in a dragon? What's your preference of playing? How do I like Iteru? Iteru is a bad dragon. It's decent for doing XP bases and XP runs because of Umbral Strike. As you can see, I can do like that 312 base really easily. I was able to do this base like a long time ago, uh, even at lower levels. But you will never use this dragon in wars or anything like that. So it's a bad dragon. Now, obviously, you guys know that I'm a perfectionist and I have to have all my dragons maxed up, and that's why even bad dragons I try to get to expert. So, um, fortunately, I'm catching up with all the dragons now. This is the last dragon that I have to expert that will be on my bench. So we're kind of caught up with the dragons. Hey, Big R, how you doing, brother? Thank you for the host. Appreciate it. Why all to expert? It's just an OCD thing. Like when I go into when I want to swap a dragon, um, when I want to swap a dragon, all my dragons are maxed out. I just like having everything on expert because just like I said, I'm OCD and I want to have everything maxed out. Every game that I ever played, I always wanted to turn every stone, to check every corner. So I just want to make it's just the need that I have inside of me to have everything maxed out in anything I play. Niger and Abrax, I'm not able to expert because I do not have their final stones, so they're just maxed out to wherever I can get them. Do I have Apophit? No, I'm getting Apophit. Hopefully, this next breeding event, I will be getting an Appa, and then I will be getting Apophit as well. Hopefully, in the same breeding event. All right, so we have a war in a couple of minutes. I think you might be disappointed, but I'm interested in seeing how you fly it. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking into flying it because it's a different type of a sorcerer that I never flown. From what I'm getting at, it's kind of similar to Kineris in a way. You have your like pet that can never die or whatever. So yeah, I'll definitely be flying it a lot. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I will get it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it this week, this breeding event. I'm planning on getting an Appa and then getting at least half of Apafit done because when you breed Apafit, you get sapphire stones, sapphire eggs, and with sapphire eggs, I'll be able to push my builder's hut two levels. So, oh, the pet dies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'll learn it when I have it. So far, everybody said Hosset is really hard to fly. In my opinion, he's really easy. It's just if you understand the concepts of it, it will be easy for you. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, definitely. So this, I'm kind of stalling. I'm not flying right now because we're preparing in case somebody declares on us. So we dropped down to to Diamond 2 on purpose. So we're back to Diamond 2. We'll be here for a while now. If you use it and Kineris follows it, Kineris pet takes damage. I heard something like if you use a summon warrior before Kineris or something like that, then Dodo can die as well. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think that I think the Apophis is the second best mythic in Sapphire. Um, Not better than Hosset, obviously. Then Mahadin is just a warrior, so I don't even look at him um, as a viable option. So yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting because let's check. No, I need to go. I need to go here. And let's open these breeding paths. I'm trying to get a custom breeding path by Red. So we'll see how that goes if she has time to hook me up. Let's see. Let's see. Right now I'm on Icicle 1. So I'll be getting an Appa, then Apafit. Hopefully I'll be able to get at least half of Apafit this next breeding event, and then the following breeding event I should be able to finish Apafit and get Jewel and Gorgonus. So I should be getting 3 dragons, not this breeding event, but the one following that. So yeah. So yeah, I should be able to get an Appa this breeding event, then Apafit, Jewel, and Gorg next breeding event. But that's going to depend a lot on how much time I have to fly them to get them to breedable. But it should be possible. Should be possible. Actually, Apafit is breedable at 16. That might be tough to push. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do there. But yeah, then we'll only be, um, yeah, we're like 4 months away from Emerald, which is awesome. I'll have Emerald in about four months, which is great. All right, the wars should start in like 3 minutes or something. So let's see if somebody declares on us. If not, then we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Finish our multipliers. Level up Iteru to expert. And yeah. I keep my food and lumber always like close to max, and it's surprising how nobody ever hits me. Obviously, that guy hit me earlier with the 47 Borgia and died. Uh, but yeah. All right, somebody they should be attacking now. It's 59. I don't think anybody's gonna attack us. So usually people don't declare on us much in Diamond 2. Because your base is a death trap. What's up, Dally? How you doing? Glad you made it to the stream. Missed you on Sunday. Alright, see you, Boobo. Thank you for stopping by and keeping the chat going. Appreciate it. Alright, I don't think we're gonna have war. But let's wait for a few more seconds. Fufi, did you set up your stream yet? Yep, there is no war, so we can keep doing what we were doing. I think I'm gonna go and finish Iteru first. So let's fly Iteru a few times until it's expert. I think I need to do it like twice, maybe. So let's do that. I haven't touched it, been so lazy. I feel you. I, like I said on multiple occasions, streaming, streaming is at times the only thing that makes me keep playing the game because it brings me like joy to play and just stream for the community and just talk to all you guys because sometimes I'm really burnt out on a game and I just wouldn't even play it if I didn't stream. So streaming is a great option to keep playing the game when you get burned out. How is still a mystery to me, but I'm still practicing. It's just understanding the concepts of it. Um, Generic. So to me, he was always ever since I got him, he was pretty easy to master. Not master. I'm not that good at it, but I'm above average, I believe, with flying it. So he does good for me. Hey, Lady Sticks, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How many runs do I need? Probably need like 3 more runs, but we have some potions. Let's use these potions. Still need like 3 runs, so let's do these 3 runs. Let's do the 3 runs. So we can be done with Iteru forever. Dali Sunday was crazy. We had like 200 people in here. They sent the mail about my streaming game, and it was like literally 200 people in here. It was hectic. Like most of the time of the stream, I kept on like just trying to read all the messages in chat. There were so many people in here. It was so much fun. We finally had a subscriber win a giveaway, so that was crazy too. So it was a pretty nice stream. I enjoyed doing it. It'll be same, hopefully same this Sunday when we do our giveaways again. Good. How you feeling? Sick and tired? No, I was sick, so I'm still kind of getting over it. That's why I might sound sick, but I'm not sick. I'm doing good. Nah, you're good, generic. You're good. You're good. It's just practice, to be honest. And if you know like the concepts of it, maybe what might help you is just watching some videos on Hosset. I know the Red Delilah, she made some nice videos on Hosset and just taking it from the ground up and building it up for people that watch it. So um, you might want to look at that and maybe you learn something from there, which helps you advance with Hosset. Yeah, that's why I'm interested in streaming. Seems fun. Though mine will be very much like, hopefully, though mine will be very much like dot dot dot. Hopefully entertaining since I'm no pro like you. I'm no pro. I'm no pro. You'll do fine, Poofy. You'll be you'll be fine. Just um just try to enjoy it. Some of the tips that I can give you is don't ever worry about how many people are watching you. Even though I just mentioned that there were 200 people in the chat. Uh, one of the most value. I always streamed like every game that I played in my life. I most likely streamed it. So um, don't worry about the people that are not in your chat. What that means is don't worry about having certain number of viewers. Like when I started streaming, I had like 5 people watching me. So focus on those 5 people and make sure you give them your undivided attention. Don't worry about people that are not in your stream watching it. So and the viewers will come if you have a great content. If they feel like they can learn from you, that you treat your viewers good, they will eventually come. So don't make it your mission to have, I don't know, 20 viewers in the chat. Like it doesn't matter how many people you have. It matters how many people you have and making sure that you're focusing on them rather than on people that are not there. So that's the most important thing that usually streamers all they focus on is how many people are watching them, and don't make that your focus point. All right, we got a tarot expert. So I don't have. Okay, let's farm some food. I'll be subscribing Friday. Thank you, generic. You don't have to, man. It's all good. Appreciate it though. That's good. I just go over a wicked head cold. Yeah, I had like a cold as well. It wasn't a flu. I just was coughing. My nose was stuffy and stuff. So yeah. Yay, subscribers! I'm off this Sunday. Awesome. So you'll be there this Sunday, Dally. I want to do it in real live stream. I don't know how that would actually work, Lady Sticks. Oh, thank you, Dally. I do, and I have watched Red. I'm not giving up. Okay, okay. How you doing, Palex? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Poofy. You're always welcome. Just if you need any tips, just let me know, and I'll try to help you out setting up your stream and whatever. So, just hit me up if you need anything. I remember when it was just me and Adored. Yeah, the days. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for about maybe 3 months, 4 months. Um, yeah. I want to win the base build. Um, we'll have some more base giveaways. Like I'll try to do it like on Friday as well. Um, just do a base giveaway on Friday and then again on Saturday and then again on Sunday. If we have, if more people start coming in, um, we'll do like base giveaways every time I stream. The reason I stopped that is because basically, I have my viewer base that was like, 50 people that are always rotating, and basically all of them won. So all of them had, my base giveaways. So I already made their bases. So it's kind of there was no point in doing a base giveaway every time I stream. But now if we keep having these new people coming in and joining our our crew, then yeah, I can start that back up again. What do you mean, Palex? I don't understand. Lord, I'm planning on starting in the next week or so. Start streaming, that is. Awesome, man. Best of luck, and I hope I'll try to stop by some of them. Best of luck, man. I'll be there Sunday. Yeah, so I'll stream Saturday. I'll try to stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously, sometimes my work comes in the way and I can't stream. So, but as of right now, that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm doing great, Palex. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing great. How are you? I'm going to be investing in Elgato here, hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe a month. I still haven't decided if I want to make that investment. Um, but once I do that, the stream quality will be much better. It won't be choppy. You will actually see my screen as smooth as it is, like when you actually play it. So I'll see if I want to do that, make that investment. I'm pretty sure that I will. It's just a matter of time when I do it. Um, a lot of people has been on me about getting a cam, and just having that like Red does in her streams and stuff like that. I'm indifferent about it. I don't know if I'll do that. Might do that at some point. Uh, but yeah, those are kind of the things that I'm looking forward to expanding the stream in, just so you guys know what's coming and stuff like that. So, Super Phase Bay, yes it is, Dark Soul. How you doing? Super Phase Bay, best dragon I have. Thank you so much for following, Matt 2Kane. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Face reveal. All right, we're capped. Let's feed Iteru. Pretty sure I have some of my pictures on the online. Actually, I don't know. But Iteru is capped. So now we gotta do a Hosset, Frost, Hunt, Aster, and Borgin. Um, what you think of the new Hunter abilities? So I'm not a big fan of it, just because I prefer Hunters with Cloak. Will there be good uses for it? Definitely. Do I prefer it over Necrix? No, I do not. Um, saying that, I don't need Necrix because I have a Hosset. Um, so yeah, I'm not blown away by it. I thought it would be way better. But it's still a decent dragon. If a dragon has no white spells, how would you counter a red-blue mage island with a good setup like yours? You would try to equip Summon Warrior so that can basically um, take out all the super shots that my short island would fire, and then just if it's a hunter, try to get my. It's really hard. It's really hard. It's if That's why like sorcerers, hunters can work. Sorcerers are never a go. if it doesn't have a red, if it doesn't have a white spell. Wreck. So that's why Kineris is bad. Um, if Kineris had Ice Shock instead of, let's say, Earthquake, that would be by far the best dragon. Like it would trump face so easily, but it doesn't. So I actually don't know how would you counter it. I would never try to fly a dragon against a good setup base like mine that doesn't have white spells. But yeah, I hate that word bay. Bay equals pass in different language. I guess I'm not a. It's all right. I don't. I'm indifferent about it. I don't care about it really. How do we acquire your help with our base setup coach? So Palex, I do have a video guide um, on how to build bases. Um, I'll also start doing base giveaways every stream I have. So you will always be able to win a giveaway. If you win a giveaway, I'll actually build a base for you. Um, but I do have a video guide on how to build bases on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So if you type !YouTube in the chat, my YouTube channel link will pop up. If you type in !base in the chat, uh, there will be a direct link to my video on how to make bases. So that's what you can do to better yourself on knowledge on building bases and kind of see what I think about it as a whole. So make sure you take a look at that. And then just keep watching the stream. I mean, I give random tips every now and then about it. I don't like um, going into bases of other people on my stream and then just giving tips, like 30-second tips on it, because I put much more work when I build somebody's base. I put much more work than 30 seconds on making it have a good synergy between towers, being in the right spots where I think it's the right spots. So I agree with Cloak. I think he's a really good duo with Neck and a solid base finisher like War Follower, but not a super good initial. I can see that, but I can also see that there are there are better finishers than Gargula. That's why Chimeric is disappointing to me. No white spells. Chimeric is a warrior, so in the start it's disappointing because it's a warrior class. Obviously, if you're lower level, he'll be great for you because at lower levels, warriors are superior to the other two classes. Once you get high into high levels, warriors you will actually learn if you don't if you don't if you don't believe me now, you'll actually see that they're not as good when you get to higher levels. So I'm a few months away from how should I stick with Necrix instead of the new Hunter. If you already started Necrix, Dali, I think that you should stick with it. Would you go so far as to say dragons without white spells or orange are effectively useless against proper bases? I wouldn't go that far because obviously I do not have all the dragons in the game to know all their spell sets and stuff. So I wouldn't say that. I would say that you will never be able to get a base that's 150 levels higher than you with that's a good setup with the dragon that does not have white spells. So I would have to actually think about it, to be honest. But off top of my head, I don't know a good dragon that does not have white spells that can be. So I see a interesting question in the chat. Let me get to it. Your base building video doesn't talk about the rage drain your current base has now. Should that be something I add? Yes, that is a very useful island. Um, I have not mentioned it. That's another. So my video guide, it was supposed to be a succession of of videos. So it wasn't supposed to be just one video as it is right now. So there should be like part two, part three, or whatever. Uh, but I just hadn't had much time, and the stuff that I left out, there is not much of it. So I have not mentioned it in the video, but yes, that's something that you should do. You should put, doesn't matter what level your mage towers are, you should put them up front here. Yes, kick in the back. Great question. Yeah. Coach, want me to try a dragon with no white spells against you? Not super high level yet, but it's emerald. Yeah, sure, Lord. You can try it. Shoot away. Hunters can be useful as a lead without white spells. What hunter is Poofy? What hunter would you use as a lead? Let's see what the Emerald Dragon has to do. That Lord has. Just so you know, guys, I love when people attack my base on stream. So if you feel like you can give it a good shot, uh, feel free to attack. Let's see what Lord has. We got Desi. So I got my shot off. Let's see how we do against Desi. Yeah, you got 2 towers with Desi, so. Again, Desi, Aster has Steel Essence, so um, that's kind of, I count that kind of as a white spell, because uh, you can actually get Spell Flux, which is a white spell from the Ice Turret. I think what Rek was referring to, and he said white spells or orange. So, but yeah, Aster is a good dragon. So we were able to kill 22 Desi, which is not that bad. He was able to get 2 of my towers. But nice try, Lord. Thank you for trying, Emerald. Desi's great. Desi's great. My first Emerald will be Ferga. I'm looking forward to Ferga. Yep. Go ahead, try again, man. Let's see. I like your questions, Rek. I like your questions a lot. So, yeah. Every dragon has his purpose. Like Kineris, I always bash Kineris. Kineris is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Kineris is great against XP bases. Kineris is great against, as a cleanup. It's great against bases that are not defended. But that's not what I'm looking for. So, there you go. He got it. Yeah, he got it. Barely got it. So with a couple of defenders, he wouldn't have been able to get it if I spammed heals on my Dark Flat. But yeah. Nightshade is good without orange and white, but he is not obtainable. That's very true. I really like Nightshade. Nice, nice flying, Lord. Hey, coach, mind if I give my opinion on your Rage Drain cluster? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Now again, my position for a Rage Drain island is not as good. Once I expand onto this island, my Rage Drain island will be here, and that will be much more effective because once this dragon turns here, all the towers are gonna shoot immediately. Because it's back here, the dragon that's flying from up here has time to kill him before any of these shots go off. So yeah, Lord. Yeah, I know it is, but it's just that my setup of the base, I don't plan on expanding yet. So me expanding right now would be a mistake. And yeah, so I actually might consider expanding uh, once I upgrade my builder's hut twice, which will bring my which will bring my farms to 45, I believe, and that's when I can stack them here and move all these towers up here. So yeah, and then my Ray Drain Island would be on the short island, and uh, they will all get their shots off. So why don't you move Ray Drain Island to that island and push all your towers forward? That's what I will do, Lord. But if I do that, I feel like I have better chance of having some of my huts, lumber mill, and farms survive better in this setup right here than if I had it back here because they're still low level. Once I get my farms to a high level, and they will be high level really soon for my level, that's when I'll be switching it up here. But yeah, if you check my base guide, Lord, you can actually see it in my guide how my progression base works. Switching from this part to the middle island and then using this as a Ray Drain island, and then just expanding from that on out. Mage towers sap energy and slow the generations, and only block if you drop to 8 rage, right? So once you get hit by a mage super shot of a mage tower, you lose rage, and it stops the regeneration completely for a couple of seconds. So it doesn't slow it, it actually stops it. Poofy, that sucks. That sucks. Lord Raw, thank you so much for subscribing, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the family. Let me get you some eggs and uh, some phase and some beasts in the chat. I don't know if there are any more subscribers in here right now, but welcome to the family. I appreciate you subscribing, man. Thanks so much. Um, Nash is here. Yeah, thank you. Let's spam some eggs for Lord. Duchess is here. There you go. Couple more eggs. Um, so yeah, I will be. So my plan is that this fortification event, I'll get all of this to 41, um, and then I'll probably get this to 31 or 32, whichever gets me to level 162. Then I'll make sure that all my buildings here are maxed out. So my forge is maxed out already. My research is maxed out already. I will be maxing out my storage, which will be unlocked at 160 and 157. I will max out my breeding castle. I will max out my incubator. So I'll make sure that everything is maxed out and ready for me once I start upgrading again my attack towers. And that will be the following fortification event because my builder's hut will be upgraded and I will be able to take my towers to level 45. So yeah, Dally, you gotta learn it. C is lowercase, E at the egg, E is capital, and that's how the egg will pop up. No, Rex. So once if the player gets hit with the super shot from red mage or blue mage tower, their regeneration stops. The only time it does not stop is if that dragon has invincibility shield or if it has northern lights, something that um, stops all the damage. So Lord, you have to type in Coach J egg. Everything is lowercase except for E. Lowercase c, lowercase j, E is capital, and that's how you get to the um, that's how you get to the egg. There you go, Lord. There you go. My egg is in my emojis already. I missed that. Lowercase. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's fly some. We didn't fly. We've been kind of just talking. So let's finish these. Actually, give me a second. I will be right back. Okay. Be right back. I just gotta check my messages in case I lose. In case somebody texted me that I need to immediately answer to. I'm writing a text. All right, I'm coming back now. Um, all right, we're back. We're back. I got a text. I got a text. I have to check if my boss texted me or if my significant other texted me or stuff like that. So, all right, so let's get it. Let's get some flying in. I think we got to do Borgin, we got to do Aster, Frostbiter. Yeah, so let's do that. Oh my god. Gotta love this healing mark. Both are important. Yep, they are. Oh my god. All right. 52%. That's enough. how do you complete a lumber event without over leveling? So the way you finish that the event is by doing all the builds that you can. That so you get to level that you want, and the rest of the points you get by building level one ice turrets, level one fire turrets. Those are the most those are the cheapest ones to make to gain points. So you make it. Um, Thank you for the host, Lady Sticks. So you make level one ice turret, then you store it, then make another one, then store it, then make another one, store it. Obviously, you need um, a lot of ice shards for it. So if you're in excess of ice shards, that's something that you can do to get easy points. Same with fire turrets. If you have access of elemental embers, then you can make dark flax or fire flax or totems. So that's the way that you can get points without leveling. Alright guys, I'll check y'all later. And I might be on Sunday, not sure. I work, but good stream to your coach. And y'all lovely people have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you being here and interacting with us. Have a great rest of the week. And hopefully I'll see you in my next stream. Alright, what's next? Aster. You're leaving too generic? You out too, Doja? How do you know how much percentage gives you max experience on a base? Is this trial and error? Is this trial and error kicking back? So I tried when I first started doing this base. I No, I was saying goodbye to Lady Sticks. So when I first started doing this XP base, I kind of did a trial and error. I started doing it at like 60. I did 60%, see how much experience I got. I did 59, 58, 57, 56. So when I got to 50, I was still getting maximum experience, which means I don't have to do more damage than 50% in order to get maximum experience. So everything is based on trial and error. So it's just you testing what percentage you need to get in order to get maximum experience. So, and you can do that after you finish your multipliers, so you don't waste them. You can just go by trial and error and get 1% more every time. So that's how I did it. Obviously, every base is going to be different, so you have to test every single base that you plan on using. So yeah. I thought you were. I've got kids in my ear. I thought you were leaving. Oof, don't stuff your kids in your ears. That's funny. I'm kind of hungry, so I might order something after I get off stream. Kind of don't know what I want though. Something unhealthy. So that's what I do, and that's how you save time. I just get 50%. I can leave. I don't have to waste my time. So everything goes faster. You don't waste time. Um, so yeah. Not pineapple pizza. Definitely not a pineapple pizza. I'm not. I don't think I'll get pizza. If I get something Italian, it'll probably be a pasta or. Actually, I ate Italian already today. So we gotta finish two bases successfully. Okay. Okay. So let's do that really quick. That's our mission. So this is the base that I use for uh, successfully complete certain amount of bases. It's really easy. It has no towers, so you just fly in, kill the kill the base, and then you go again with the next base. It's a really fast, easy way to finish the missions. We had barbecue chicken pizza and pineapple pepperoni pizza. I actually don't like barbecue chicken pizza. Poofy. Funny, funny. Can't wait till you start streaming so so we can throw jokes at you too. Yes, I'm not a fan of barbecue chicken pizza just because I think the ones that I eat, I just don't like barbecue as a like as a main topping. I don't like tomato sauce either, so I usually put either like um, garlic cream as a foundation on a pizza or or Alfredo sauce. I'm not a fan of tomato sauce. What's up, Duchess? All right, let's go back to we got to do Frostbiter one more time. Oh, white pizza with garlic and tomato. No, I don't have tomato on my pizza, so I just always swap tomato sauce with either garlic cream or Alfredo sauce. If I eat Domino's, I put Alfredo. If I eat Pizza Hut, they don't have Alfredo, so they have like that garlic thing, and I like it. It's okay. Food is life with certain foods. I love food. I'm just happy that my metabolism is amazing, so I never get fat. I thought I would get fat after I stopped playing basketball because I eat so much, and obviously I don't do as much as when I played, because obviously that's everyday practice, lifting, blah blah blah. So, um, I'm still young. Yeah, I'm kind of young. Yeah, but for example, I don't drink any sodas. The only thing I drink is water. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink anything but water. Uh, and I think that's really good. Like whenever I needed to lose weight, is when I was drinking a lot of sodas. So I've taken that out of my whole system. Um, for about I think it's about 6 months now. All I've been drinking was water. Um, I don't eat much sweets, only on occasion, uh, sometimes. So I can eat anything, but I shouldn't. I can eat anything. It doesn't stick with me. So, but yeah, I am young. That's funny. That's funny. All right, I got one more Hosset to run. Yep. So I'll have to run Hosset. I love how you turn into a food stream. Yeah. There won't be no pineapple pizzas and stuff like on Red Stream. That's just a disgrace to pizza. That's probably the only thing that I miss from back home is food. I'm accustomed and I'm used to American food now, but I really don't like it. I don't do food streams. I haven't eaten on stream yet. Maybe when I get camera, we'll do like food streams and then like order something and then I'll eat it on stream if I ever get camera. But I don't think I will. I want some sushi. I don't eat sushi. Ew, that's nasty. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong button. That was really bad. I might die here. Might not. Okay. We can finish. Oh my god, I just messed up. Wow. Thank God for Borrow time. I support pineapple and pizza. I will definitely do a food stream. It's just terrible. It's terrible. Why would you put something like that on your pizza? Um, get a camera. I don't know, man. I have camera. I just don't have it hooked up. I just don't know if I want to do it. I did in the past when I streamed other games. Um, oh, come on, get a camera. No. Pineapple can be in pizza, just not on mine. Yep, I agree with that. Um, still, I don't like seafood, Duchess. What is your favorite food you have been, you have been introduced to here in US? That's a hard question because America doesn't have an authentic food. So everything you guys have here is taken from some other culture and just Americanized. Um, the thing that I never ate before I got to States is deviled eggs. I love those things. Obviously, I can make that back in Serbia. I'm from Serbia. Obviously, I can make that. I just never had it here. Um, what is like? I ate Mexican back home, but that's one of my favorites food here. I eat like I can eat Mexican food. I ate Chinese food when I lived in Germany, when I lived in Serbia, so I love Chinese food as well. Um, I don't like American burgers. Like I don't like burgers here just because the meat is everything here is processed. So the food tastes much different than what it is back home. Now I'm accustomed to it and I've grown to like it now. But that's when I think of home, that's the only thing that I miss is just food because the food is so much better back home. In general, overseas, like when I lived in Germany, I loved the food there. So, um, what else do I like that I ate only in states? I remember when Coach didn't have a mic. Coach always had a mic, but he didn't use it the first like week or two of the streams. I um, I actually typed everything, so people that were in chat, Dally was one of them, Adored, Ali, a lot of players, uh, a lot of people that you see in the chat now that are my like oldest viewers. We would like write in the chat, and I would respond in the chat writing. So I didn't have my mic hooked up. Uh, so yeah. Now I have a lot of Serbian rec. Now I have to look up Serbian recipes. I have no idea what you eat there. We eat everything. Like we eat a lot of bread. So for our courses, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you always have bread as a side. So um, breakfasts are pretty much the same. Um, eggs, scrambled eggs, sunny side eggs, boiled eggs. Um, we do eat bacon, but not bacon, but smoked bacon, not actually baked, not grilled bacon. So it's a smoked bacon, um, and other smoked meats as well as a side with bread, cheeses and stuff. That's what you would probably use, or like you go to a bakery and eat like pastries, like croissants or like hot dogs rolled in like bread type of things. So it's um, no, I'm not saying you can't live on bread alone. I'm just saying that's a like a main side to everything. That's like a side that you eat. Like people here eat fries as a side. Back home we would eat bread as a side. Then like it's very pastry focused. Like you eat a lot of breads, you eat a lot of um, like rolls, stuff like that. And that's what I miss the most because I love bread, and there it's really rare where you can find a good bread in states. So, um, and then we eat a lot of meat. all types of meat: lamb, pork, chicken, all kinds of stuff. Um, our burgers are much bigger than the burgers here. Um, they taste better. Um, if you go to a restaurant and get a burger, your burger will actually be a size of a regular plate here in States, and it wouldn't be in a bun. You would get a bun, freshly baked bun, like just straight out of oven, um, on the side, and then you would like chop off a side of a bread, or even you can put your burger into that bread, um, and then eat it as a hamburger. Um, but usually people eat because the burger is so big, people would eat it with knife and fork, and then just chop off bread on the side and eat it, with um, you eat it with your burger bites. So, um, like stuffed cabbage is like a national dish in Serbia. It's called sarma. That's really popular. I love that. Um, we eat beans. Um, type of like the way we prepare beans is also a national recipe. Um, we have a lot of dishes. We have a lot of dishes, and like I said, it's really bread heavy. You would eat bread with everything. Um, your lunch is the biggest dish as opposed to dinner that's in States. Um, yeah, stuffed cabbage, stuffed peppers, all that stuff. Um, it's great. Like that's the only thing that I miss from back home. Oh, like this has turned into a food stream and not War Dragon stream. So let's see if I have anything else to do in game. If not, we're gonna end it here. I'm kind of getting hungry, so I'm gonna order some food and just watch some TV and just relax. Um, see if I have anything here. No. How much sigils do I have? I have 12,450 sigils. Should be good. Um, drink some beer. Yeah, maybe. I'm not a person that will come back home and then just open like get either a bottle of beer or anything and drink it. I like to drink. I'm more of a social drinker, so if somebody's drinking, then I'll join and drink with them. But if I'm alone, I don't have I don't feel enjoyment in just getting a bottle of beer and just drinking it. And yeah, so I like beer. I like Chrome Rally even better. I get down with that. I can get down with that. Now some of my viewers know that I went to HBCU, so it was lit there too when it comes to alcohol. So, but yeah, so I don't have anything else to do, guys. Um, so that's pretty much it for today. I enjoyed it. We had some new viewers, some followers. Thank you so much, Lord. If you're still here, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Um, so yeah, I will be on most likely Friday. I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Maybe if I would miraculously I get off work earlier, but I don't see it happening. Um, I might stream tomorrow and just do fortification event with you guys and just farm some wood, build, upgrade my towers, blah blah blah. I might stream tomorrow night. I'll try to. We'll see. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I actually made a new scene. Stream ending. Thank you for watching. Just so I don't just cut it off in the middle of it, so you guys are aware that I'm ending the stream. Um, so yeah, see you guys. Um, hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Friday. Appreciate everybody that joined. Um, thank you for the conversation. It was a great conversation we had about food, event dragons, blah blah blah. So I will see you guys, if not tomorrow, Friday. Have a great rest of the night. Bye bye.